Good morning. I am headed outside to return these to the mailbox. The previous owner of this house must not have told anybody he moved. We have gotten so many pieces of mail that are important, like their daughter's graduation gifts, things like that. And we tried so hard to figure out a way to get these things to them. We cannot get any kind of a forwarding address. I don't know what happened. So now I have the title to his new car and a check from BMW. So I'm just gonna, again, put him in the mailbox, just say, return to sender, previous owner, blah, 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 because I can't come up with any way. We've checked with the realtor, checked with everybody we know to check with. So yeah. This is one of my newest things that I got for in front of the front door. I wanted something that looked more Florida because the rest of the landscaping and whatnot is just very Midwest looking right now, and we're gonna change a lot of that, but I wanted these for in front of the front door. And then Jim added these little thingies that whenever we have the sprinkler go on, it also adds water to the pot, so I don't have to remember to water these constantly. This is the south side of the house, and yeah, they get kind of beat to death with sun. So we'll see how that works. So far it's done really well. Oh, here's another thing. Look at this door. We have to redo the door. It gets totally weather beaten. It's nicer up there. It's mahogany. And this is where the sun just beats it to pieces. So we have to redo the door and the handles and so forth. It's another fun project. The inside's gorgeous of the doors. It looks great, but the outside where it gets all the sun, not so much. So we need to work on that too. June 1st started hurricane season here in Florida. I'm new to Florida. I've been told we need a gigantic cooler so that we can put things in it with some frozen stuff before the electricity possibly goes out, so we don't have to open the fridge or freezer during that time, but there's no electricity. So we have this enormous thing so that we can save food from our freezer and fridge for a couple, 3 days if we need to. And I got a really great price on it at Costco. So it's got these little mini open things too, so you can easily grab without opening the whole thing from either side. So now we have to find a place in the garage to put this. Not having a basement and very little storage, it's real. It's real. Now it's time for coffee. And then if I can find my coffee cup. So I thought I would check in with you guys today and kind of let you know what's going on here. We still have so much that's undone. The house is pretty much a wreck at all times. It's starting to really get on my last nerve. But just different pieces of furniture that don't belong. We've ordered new furniture pieces, but of course they're not in yet. One item has arrived, but we're waiting for the others to arrive to, bring them all at the same time. But today we have a new water heater coming, and I have to wait for the guy to come for that. And I also have something, a gas grill. We found a grill, it's natural gas out there I'm pointing that way, to the outdoor area. For the outdoor kitchen. I found a grill that I like that fits basically in that same size area. We have to cut the granite a little bit though. I'll show you, hold on. Here. Fridge goes there, door, and storage, and sink. And we have to cut the granite back to fit the new grill in to the space. Always something. We'd like to redo that whole thing. a little bit more to our taste, but it's probably not gonna happen for a while. So in the meantime, I really wanted a grill. So we're just seeing if we can stick a grill in there. So at least I can grill things in the meantime before we figure out a plan, because I have so many other plans I've got to worry about first. So pretty much how I spend a majority of my day is I head with my coffee into my office. I go straight down the rabbit hole of calling for different landscaper people, for different landscaping ideas, and for ceiling people and handymen and water heater people, stuff to do everything, deliveries, whatever. Nothing seems to ever get accomplished, but I'm in there for hours. And then before I know it, the day is done and I'm starving because I forgot to eat. And I still feel like I got nowhere. But so that's really kind of why I don't have a whole lot to show, and I'm too busy trying to get it all worked out around here to try to do anything fun. So I'm really going to try to focus on, getting things done so that I can have more time for my normal, regular life of stuff. So into the office I head. Got my hair cut 2 days ago. I got a whole bunch of inches taken off. It was getting really long and not really doing anything. And then I got a little bit more lighter bits put in, kind of. So it's got a little bit of a lighter tone to it, but I've still got my dark base, which is, my real hair. So that's my new look for the moment. We'll see how that does, but it's kind of a short, choppier look, which I kind of like. And I can kind of keep it straight, or I can scrunch it, or I can curl it, or I can do whatever. So here's what it looked like when I got out of the salon. That may never happen again with me doing it, but yeah, it's got the potential to do that. So if any of you who live in or have lived in Central Florida and you have any hurricane advice for us, please let me know. We do not have a whole house generator on the house, and we don't really think that we need one necessarily because the house was built in 2002 and it's never had one. And they seem to be fine, although I don't know if they've just been sweltering for days when the air conditioning is off or the electricity is off or whatever. I don't know. So according to our neighbors, very seldom do we lose power or anything else like that. So I don't know if we need to go to those extent, to that extent here. I don't know yet. Until we go through a storm or we get a big one or something, then we'll regret it. I don't know. So if you have any advice at all for me, I definitely have some, shelf stable food and things that will get us through. I bought this gigantic thing of Cheez-Itz, obviously other food too, but I bought this gigantic thing of Cheez-It crackers from Costco, and I put them in the section of the pantry that is going to be our, hurricane section, because I looked at all the expiration dates and they don't expire till next year, kind of a thing, December even, whatever. So that'll get us through the hurricane season in case we, really want some Cheez-Its and it's just something to eat, if we have a few days without electricity. Like I said, other things too. But anyway, got the Cheez-Its, and within the first day after getting those, I'm doing something in one of my rooms, and my daughter walks in with a little bowl of Cheez-Its. I'm like, "You're eating the hurricane survival supplies." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Where'd you find them? They were way up." She's like, "I saw the Cheez-Its." I'm like, "Oh my God." So anyway, so we're down some Cheez-Its. I need to get more of those so that we survive this. It's not going to be that bad, I don't believe. However, I've got water. I have just various things that I've worked on and gotten. So, and some lanterns, battery operated lanterns in case, we lose power, we'd like some light a little bit. I've got some different chargers and things so we can keep our phones charged. And not sure if we need an emergency radio. Someone mentioned that, but I'm thinking, can't we just get that information from our phones when we have our phones plugged into the extra, whatever. So if you have any clues, obviously for Central Florida, it's going to be completely different if you happen to live on the coast. I get that we will have a whole different situation here than there. So let me know. I'm new here. I'm still trying to figure it all out. Thanks. One of the things that has taken too many weeks of my life is trying to find patio outdoor dining furniture. Now here's my problem. I don't want it to look like outdoor furniture, you know, like a picnic table type of a top. I don't want it to have that latticey looking stuffed metal because it's not really in the elements. It doesn't have to be outdoor furniture, if you know what I mean. It's covered, it's screened. Yes, some things will blow in, some moisture can blow in occasionally. We hope to just wipe the table down if it's not outdoor. But what we're looking for, what we've really always kind of wanted, it doesn't necessarily fit this space, but like I say, I don't know how long we'll be here anyway. But we really want what looks like a kind of a weathered, older, wooden, like solid wood kind of a table, maybe with like turned legs, if you know what that means, you know, on the four sides, so no one has to straddle a leg when they're eating, that will fit 8 people to eat. So we can have it be, so that we're a little kind of tight with 8, and normally we just have 6 chairs there, but we can add the other 2 and we can fit 8 people in. So I'm looking for something around the at least 90-inch long range, but it needs to be a little bit on the more narrow side because of the space. So we're looking for around 40 inches deep, I guess you'd call it, and around 90 or so. It can be a little bit bigger than that wide, and it is impossible. It's that size that seems to be the problem. When you look at tables and you put, you know, seats 8, sure, but you have somebody that's knees are banging into some sort of a thing, or the way the legs are, someone has to literally, 4 people of the 8 have to straddle a leg. Or when you imagine, I've actually like drawn out and used cardboard on the ground of the area to just make the exact, you know, size that we need. And then I put placemats on that cardboard to show that, sure, they say that table fits 8, but not if you actually want to eat and have a placemat or a plate, you know. So once you set the table, you see that your plate is overlapping the other person's plate if you have people on the ends. It's so confusing. It's not as simple as you would think, I swear. I was so floored that I'm like, why is this so hard? Why is this so freaking difficult? Don't tell me it fits 8 if 8 people can't eat there. You know, it just, anyway, I'm struggling mightily trying to find that. I've gone to used furniture places, just looking for some old beat up like farmhouse table kind of thing that we can do something with. I've gone to every single furniture store online that I can think of and in my area that I can think of. And to find it, I'd really prefer it was made to be outdoor, because I don't want to have to baby it and worry every time it rains or the mist is going to be blowing in the screen and ruining the table. You know, I don't want that, but I also want it to just be weathered looking, so it doesn't have to be pristine looking anyway. And then once I find that, I got to try to find chairs, some sort of chairs that go that go with the whole deal. So this has been taking so much of my time, and I'm nowhere. I just am absolutely nowhere with it. Am I crazy? Yes, you probably think, yes, lady, you're crazy. It's not that hard, but I'm struggling. So if anyone has any ideas on what I can do, I even went through to Etsy to see if I could have a table made. And yes, I could have a table made, and it looks like it would be very, very pretty. However, I would not get it. I guess if I would have ordered it when I started this process, I only have to wait till August. But that was when I first started the process, and I was looking, it said it would be around August when it would be, you know, arriving here. And it's really hard to see the shade of the wood. And when they show the pictures, sometimes it looks more yellowy orange, and I don't want that. I want it to be a brown table. So, ooh, yeah. So I think this is going to be something where we just don't have an outdoor table until I find just the right thing, because at this point it's about the principle, and I want what I want, and Jim wants that too. So we're going to try. I've had days where I've just been like, okay, I let it go for a couple days and I come back to it. And then I just want to say, okay, I give up. Let's just have something out there that we can use to eat on. But then I can't find something I like enough to spend even that much money on, that even though I don't like it, I don't, you know, so. Aren't you glad you tuned in for this? So that's one of my issues. I've got many, but that's definitely one of my issues. I have this huge giant list of projects that we're working on, but I'm so happy I found the grill. Hopefully that comes sometime today. It's supposed to. They didn't say when, but I have to be here for it in case I have to sign to make sure that, you know, it doesn't look like the box is damaged or anything like that. So yeah, I get to be here for that. and then the water heater guy is coming. So we got that thing to figure out too. Yeah, so many things we are dealing with. I have to figure out within the next few weeks, the family room furniture and the guest room furniture should arrive. I have the rug in the guest room so far, and I got a rug pad for underneath that, so it doesn't slide around. But the bed, and I have the mattress, but the bed and the side tables are coming. So I don't have bedding yet, so I really need to find bedding, but I kind of wanted to see the furniture in the room before I decided on bedding. I don't know why, but that just seemed right to me. But boy, things are just taking forever to get, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. But our furniture for the family room is coming probably within the next 4 or 5 weeks, and so I'm very excited about that. Don't know what we're gonna do with the old stuff. I have to get that figured out too. Find someone to, take it away from us and bring it to someplace that can use it. So there's that. I need to put that on my list. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff that's been happening here. I need to get pillows, like throw pillows for the sofa when it comes. And again, I kind of wanted to see it in the room before I did that. So, but then you have to usually order the stuff, and then it takes forever, and it's taking too long. I don't have patience. So this is just really testing every bit of patience I ever had. Another thing I'm struggling with, and it's strange, but I guess it's not strange, but I mean, is if you know me, if you've been with me on my channel for a while, you know that I lost both of my parents within 10 months of each other, not too long ago. My father passed away last October 27th. So it hasn't even, it's been not long at all. And a lot has happened between now and then, and it's kept me busy and so forth, which is really good. My mother passed away 10 months before that. So it has been a whirlwind of emotions in that respect, and then moving and job change and all that kind of stuff. So being busy has been very helpful. However, I really have struggled sometimes with, going through all this and not having my mom to call, and not being able to say, hey, Dad, can you help us figure out this thing or that thing or whatever, or tell him about the projects, because you always like to hear about the projects and stuff. So every single day, like I'm sitting out on my patio kind of thing, and I'm like, at the end of the day reading a book, I'm like, I know my mom and dad would have loved it out here on this patio. I so wish I could have shown them, just stuff like that. And it's been a little emotional. So I've kind of been struggling with that a little bit more than I thought I would at this point, but I have been. So anyway, just want to share that with you because it's neither here nor there, but it's just one of those things I like sharing because I haven't really mentioned it to anybody. So I guess you guys are it. But I'm getting through it. I'm doing okay in general for those of you who do still ask, and I do very much appreciate it. Yeah, it's only been since October since I lost my dad. It just seems strange. It's, part of it seems like yesterday, and then part of it seems like it's been 20 years. You know what I mean? It's interesting. But the pain and the sorrow and the mourning and all that stuff is still there. It still comes and goes. It's not over, it's not taking over my life or anything at this point in time. But I'm dealing with it. I'm still dealing with it. There's no doubt about that. And I just wish I could share these things with them and call them and ask questions and, have them come over and stay with me for a while and stuff. So yeah, love them so much. Anyway, enough about that. I need to figure out my life and what's happening today. So in the meantime, let me show you some pictures of when Gracie was here and Claire was here this past, like a month ago they came. Claire was here, Claire and Gracie were here for three weeks, and she can work from anywhere with her computer. So that worked out great. And I got to have my little Gracie girl and my Claire. So here's just a few pictures. I didn't take a lot. I just wanted to enjoy the time. So we just did a few things together when we could, when she wasn't working and we had time to do things. So here it is. I have little chicken tendon snacks things, little chicken tender crackers in tiny little bits. And they're in here, and Gracie loves them. Okay, here we go. Right there. Get it. Get it. Get it, girl. Get it. You're in there. Get it. Oh, get it. Knock it over. There we go. So tomorrow, Callie, my oldest daughter, and my husband and I are going to spend a few hours, not long, but just a few hours at Hollywood Studios, Disney. And we are going to hopefully be able to get in to see, for my husband to do the ride, with the Rise of the Resistance, because we thought that was really cool, and just to see that whole area and stuff, because it was really neat, and we figured he'd really like that. So we're basically just gonna go there, wander around, ride a few rides, hopefully, you know, get to do that one and eat some dinner. But I have not been to a Disney park since we moved into the house. So it's been a while. And at first, when we first moved to Florida, we were there constantly because, you know, we didn't have a whole lot to do living in the apartment and just searching for houses and stuff. So it seems like it's been a while since we've been, and we want to show him that. So Callie and I did the ride, and it was really fun, and we think he'll like it. So that's happening tomorrow afternoon. In the morning, I think that we're going to hope to get a few things done around the house. Jim, I think, has a few meetings, and then just head out there to Disney when we can. But that's been really fun to be able to, we got passes, annual passes when we first moved here, and just to be able to pop over to the parks. It takes literally 20 minutes to get there, and you know, just kind of be there for a little bit, grab a bite to eat, you know, ride a ride or two if we want to, do a little bit of shopping if we want to, whatever it is. So that's been fun. Also, to go to Disney Springs for dinners and so forth. It sort of feels like just to go pop over there for dinner, and walking around it is so festive and stuff that it feels like you've been somewhere. Do you know what I mean? It's just like this mini quick vacation. You get that feel, you know what I mean? So that's been fun to be able to experience that whenever we want. So we are, since we have the passes, we're gonna use them, and we're gonna do these little things here and there when we can. So I think that tomorrow is the plan. We have reservations for the park, and we don't have any dinner reservations. We're not gonna do a reservation thing. We'll just go to some sort of a, you know, walk-up place and eat something and figure out the rest of our evening there. It'll be fun, I hope. The weather should be good, which is good. It's supposed to be super hot next week. So it'll be good to get it in before that, because we don't want to be there when it's super hot. But I'm excited about that. That'll be a fun little getaway, and like get us away from house projects, just even for a small bit of time. And yes, kind of good, because I'm kind of getting overwhelmed, and I haven't even scratched the surface of the things that we want to do to the house. So I have to dig deep into bathroom designs, and that sort of thing soon here. Here's another thing. If any of you have any psychic abilities or just good inklings, or if you feel it in your bones, can you tell me where I put my address book? I can't find it. I had it with me in the apartment, so I know it came to Florida with us. I had it in the apartment, and then it was in the little desk that was in the living room there, and I just took all that stuff when we were moving out from the apartment to here, and it was all in different like laundry baskets and boxes and bins and baskets that we had there. We were just shoving stuff in and brought it here and then dispersed it through the house. Now this happened before our furniture arrived. No, it didn't. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that my office was not put together in any way, shape, or form, and my desk was not put together. So it's not like I would have moved it directly into my desk where I normally keep it. I can't find it anywhere. And those are all my addresses for all of my friends from past years and past neighborhoods and houses and things. Yeah, it's written. It's one of those old-fashioned, because I'm old, written kind of things. I have some people in my phone, but in general, it's like all my Christmas card list, my relatives, cousins, you know, aunts and uncles and their addresses and things. I don't have those on my phone. I have them in that, you know. So yeah, I can't find it, but I know I had to have made it here somewhere. And I've searched and searched. I'll take any explanations or any type of possibilities that anybody's got, but just please help me send happy thoughts and good jujus and prayers that I find that thing, because honestly, I am a little devastated that I've lost that. It's got to be here somewhere, right? Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's think positively, and I will keep looking. So honestly, this is as exciting as it's going to get here. Unfortunately, I've got about 5 hours worth of stuff to do here in my office. I've got those people coming for the water heater and the grill. Then if they get their stuff done fast enough, I need to run and pick up dry cleaning and just weird things like that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be on my computer in my office getting some work done. And I just want to say hi. So thank you for jumping in and joining me on this day and seeing what weird things we have going on. Love you to pieces, and I will always be here for you as much as I possibly can. Have a good one. Bye.